Hi, I'm Stuart Baker, and I'm with the Nevada City Chamber of Commerce, and we're here today with John Paul, who's with the Rotary Club, the Rotary Breakfast Club of Nevada. You got to tell me what the actual
have to tell
Yes,
you.
thank you.
So we're commonly known as 49er Rotary, but we're the 49er Rotary Breakfast Club of Nevada City.
Excellent, excellent. And so the reason I invited John to this session was, so there's a lot of interest these days. People really feel like they want to join organizations because, you know, it's kind of a lonely world out there, and it's a great opportunity today to talk about Rotary and maybe how. Tell me, John, how did you get involved with Rotary, first of all? Like, what was your interest in doing Rotary?
So what happened for me is kind of interesting. I moved up here from the Bay Area 27 years ago now, and my neighbor knocked on the door after 1 week and said, "Hey, my name's Bill. Would you like to join Rotary?" I'm like, I don't even know what Rotary is. So I said no. He was persistent, and so I went to a few meetings, and I realized that Rotary was this great service organization that did good projects in the community and also internationally. So I got hooked. I got hooked by it.
Nice. So tell me more. What is a service organization, and what do you do every week, and what are some of the requirements? All of that.
So a service organization is people have come together. Rotary, first of all, was the first service organization in the United States.
Okay.
I was founded in 1906 in Chicago by a group of businessmen at the time. Men were only allowed in Rotary for many, many decades, and now that's changed a lot.
Yeah.
So they set up a group to network with each other, and then they realized they wanted to do community projects, that they had a band of people together who could actually do things. And actually the first Rotary project was putting a public toilet in Chicago, which was very needed at the time, right?
You know,
Just one to start. But up here, our Rotary Club has done a lot of projects locally. We
public toilets?
But that might be a good idea. Maybe we should take that on. Maybe in memory of the original project. No, but we've done work at schools. We have done projects for senior centers. We've done construction projects. We volunteer at a lot of nonprofits. So a lot of, we built a baseball field, the one that's right adjacent to Metal and Helling Library back in the day. So those are the kinds of projects we do, but they come from the members, right? It's not like we're told what to do by a national organization.
You have an idea, and someone in the club has an idea, and then they take it to the group, and it's like, hey, what do you think of this idea? Is that kind of...
And that's how everything happens. So what's great about it is you connect with people you've never met before in the community, of course, because people come from all different backgrounds and all different vocations, and then you have the same common goals, right, to help.
Right. No, that's great. So, so you have meetings every Wednesday at a god-awful early hour. Sorry, at least for me. I'm not an early morning person. At a wonderful early hour at 7 a.m. and you come. But I know there are other Rotaries that meet at different times of the day. So if you're not a morning person, there could be another Rotary Club for you. And what happens at the meetings?
Well, so let me tell you a little bit about why, we're an early morning Rotary Club, right? So when Rotary was first formed, those meetings were at lunch, because that was back in the day when, businessmen took very leisurely lunches.
2 martinis.
2 martinis, you got to have drinks, you have lunch, you talk to each other. It was part of the social engagement and part of networking. And so, roll us forward to the 1990s, and all of a sudden people don't want to be, they can't take the middle of the day out in that large of a time stretch. So our club was formed in response to that, as I think it was the 3rd Rotary Club or 4th Rotary Club formed here. We have 5 in our area in western Nevada County. And so ours meets at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and we promptly end at 8 a.m. so people can go off to work. That was the premise of it, right? Okay. So there are clubs in the afternoon for lunch, and there's another breakfast club. So
Great. So I know Rotary is one service organization, but there are a couple. I mean, can you name some of the other ones in town?
Yeah, absolutely. Kiwanis is a service organization. Lions, of course. To the Elks, the Lodge, Masons, Evening Star.
Seroptimus?
Seroptimus
Right.
as well. Yeah, so those are all service organizations that we have locally that are also, again, internationally.
Nice. That's great. And so, and I know you sometimes go to faraway places to meetings, and that seems like a cool perk of being part of the club, right? You went to Australia?
I did
Was
go
it?
to Australia.
Nice.
So Rotary has 1.2 million members in almost every country in the world and 33,000 clubs. And so each year Rotary has international conventions somewhere in the world, sometimes in the United States. Like you said, I was in Melbourne, Australia, been in Singapore, it's been in Europe. The upcoming one is in Calgary in a few months.
Nice.
And so when we go to those, we meet Rotarians from all over the world. And the first time I went, I was so amazed by the fact that here are all these people from all different religions, all different political persuasions, and we all have one common goal, and it has nothing to do with those other things. We really work on things together, and it's pretty amazing.
Nice, that's great. And I know I was just at a meeting with you about a movie that has come out, but that we're going to be showing in Nevada City. Tell me a little bit about Join or Die.
Join or Die. Right. There we go. Join or Die.
Yeah.
The city of Nevada City has wanted to start to do some programs in town to bring people together to work on community kind of things. And there was a film that came out last year, I think, called Join or Die, which is a documentary about a book that Robert Putnam put out in 2000 called Bowling Alone. You may have heard of Bowling Alone.
I have. I have a copy.
It's a fairly academic book, but it's uses a lot of data to show that over the course of the 20th century, as it wound down into the 21st century, people stopped joining. In the 1950s, 1960s, everybody was part of a bowling league. Like that was, you met together, you hung out together, you had those social networks. That's not happening as much anymore. And also you see the rise of loneliness in the country and people feeling depressed and removed from the rest of their community. So Join or Die looks at service organizations as a way to reconnect in your communities. And so City of Nevada City reached out to us, I think reached out to the chamber as well, and said, hey, why don't we do a public showing of this movie and bring all the clubs together, service clubs together, and then people who might be interested in joining to see it. So that's going to happen on Sunday, April 27th.
7th, right, at the Miners Foundry.
At the Miners Foundry. And,
at 3 p.m.?
Yeah, 3 p.m. start.
Right. You can also see it on the chamber website.
There'll be information out. I mean, it's going to be in April, so it's a few months away, but you'll start to see. So, you want to come on down, you'll be able to find out what it is to be part of a service organization and be able to talk to people who are members.
That's great. That's just wonderful. Because, I know you were saying earlier, too, Gen Xers are actually wanting to join more groups, but they just kind of don't know how because maybe their parents weren't involved in a service organization or another group. So, this could be good.
Gen Z.
Gen Z, sorry.
You have to be careful about the letters here. Yeah, I mean, the data is out that.
Is there a Gen Y? I don't know.
I don't know. That is kind of, I didn't track all that. We should do a program on that one. I think we're both boomers, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, no.
Are you on the edge?
Sorry, man. I'm in that little other category, whatever that is.
Gen Y.
Yeah, Gen Y. Okay, there you go.
The unknown generation.
The Gen U.
Gen U.
So, but Gen Z, and that is, I always forget, what, is it born in 2000 or later?
Yeah, they're like 25 and older now, 24 and older, I think.
So they're interested in joining, basically,
I think,
but they just don't know really where to start. So this could be a good place, right?
And what's great about Rotary is, Rotary, like any organization, you have people who have been members for a long time. So the organization tends to age, and that's what's happening. So we have, a lot of the members in my club are my age. Well, I mean, we have a pretty wide club.
55, right? Or above.
Thank you. Yes, I'll accept that here. Okay. We're not going to talk about age in this program. But so the idea is to bring younger people in because there's a lot of ideas. Like Rotary really focuses on the environment, women's wages in the world, water projects in the world, climate change in the environment, peace in the world is part of Rotary. So Rotary has some big, broad brushstroke areas of focus that every club works on. So I think it appeals to the younger generation as well.
Because those are issues that
Those are
everyone
issues
has.
that-
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And I know there's even a talk of doing an art project in Seven Hills that we're kind of working with Rotary on, right?
Yeah, we are. 49er Rotary is going to be doing, we haven't formally announced this yet, but we've actually spoke to the Nevada County Public Arts Commission. We want to support that commission. So we are going to help commission a three-dimensional sculpture about positive peace in Nevada City. And we'll have the criteria open about that and how that project is going to work.
All right. Well, stay tuned on that. Well, it looks like that's all the time we have, John.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming. And we look forward to seeing you on our next episode. Thanks so much and have a great one.